Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another third-party unlicensed 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review. Now today we are taking a look at the Thunder Toys Mr. Dots, aka Polka-Dot Man from the Suicide Squad, a movie that I absolutely adored, so when various third-party companies started making members of the team, yeah, I was all in. Now I got mine from toyswonderland.com. I have put the link in the description below for your reference purposes only. This is by no means a promotional video, no. This is a review on a figure I picked up for my own personal collection. Bear in mind, it's an unlicensed, unofficial product. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon and join button so you're notified as soon as a brand new review goes live on the channel. As for the box art, it is simple, but it's so much fun. Front and center, Mr. Dots, very colourful, and then of course, a bunch of polka dots. On the side of the box, nothing. On the back, Mr. Dots, and some warnings. Now, if you told me a couple of years ago that I'd be unboxing a character called Polka-Dot Man, I would have said, no way, you're dreaming, who cares about Polka-Dot Man? But it turns out I do. James Gunn knows what he's doing with his characters in his movies, and by the end of the film, I really did care about this character. Now, he does come with one foam block up on top and another down below. So, what we are going to do now is get all of his accessories laid out in the light box and take a closer look at everything he comes with. Normally, we'd start off with the display base first, but he doesn't have one, and I don't know why. Normally, Thunder Toys give us bases, but they thought, no, not for Polka-Dot Man, he doesn't need one. Fingers crossed, someone makes a custom Polka-Dot Man display base, cause, yeah, I think he does need one. Now, with the standard version, the only accessory you get is this. It's a backpack. It's made of this almost silver nylon-esque fabric, and it's functional. You can take the padding out and pop some stuff in. Maybe, if you wanted to, you can use it to store his extra hands and bits and pieces. That way, whenever you want to change something out, you don't have to go rifling through the box or your accessory bins. This could be a little bit easier. With the standard version, you only get the head sculpt on the right, but with the deluxe, you get the one on the left as well, so you get two options. Now, starting off with the standard, I love this. It looks just like him. He's got this almost sad, somber expression, which is kind of interesting considering this guy is Polka-Dot Man. You'd think he'd be the epitome of fun and joy and laughter, but no, he isn't. He's tortured. In the movie, yeah, you find out why. I think the skin texture is really nicely painted, and like I said, the likeness is on point. I like his cowl, if you can call it that. The strap and buckles, all really nicely done. Plus, there's a ton of leather-like texture. It looks like fabric, but it isn't. It's fully sculpted. Then, with the polka dot virus head sculpt, the polka dots are popping out, but I think the base head sculpt is the same, meaning I like the likeness on both of them. To complete the look, even with the standard one, you do get his goggles. The lenses are translucent red, there's some pops of silver around the front. Then the strap is pleather, but it feels kind of fragile, so when you're sliding them on, please be really careful. We may as well check out the rest of the deluxe accessories all in one go. I'll try and keep it simple. We do get a Polka-Dot Man cat. Apparently this is something in the comics. We never saw this in the movie, unfortunately, but he's so darn cute. I love his Polka-Dot Man cosplay, complete with the goggles, his eyes and nose, they're all well painted. Now he is a little bit plasticky, but that's not gonna stop me from displaying this guy alongside Polka-Dot Man. The other two kind of go together. This is a 1:1 scale UV torch, and when you shine it on polka dots, they're supposed to glow. Now, we will try that on the figure, but spoiler alert, it doesn't work very well. He also comes with this awesome effect piece though. This is dope. It's translucent plastic, you've got the polka dots, then the bracer for the gauntlet down below. It's, of course, the polka dots shooting out of the gauntlet. I cannot wait to try this on the figure, and of course, we will. And lastly, we get an array of hands. Closed fists, open palm hands, and these two, they're brand new for this figure. This gesture is when he's opening up the dial on his gauntlet to unleash the stream of polka dots, and this one slots inside that effect piece that we literally just discussed. The texture for the skin is well sculpted. There's even some vein work. These aren't those glossy, waxy third-party hands. No, these are quality. What we are going to do now, though, is get Polka-Dot Man himself out here. Standing straight up and down in the light box, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. And you know what? Thunder Toys, well done. This guy, even from a distance, he screams Polka-Dot Man. Now, yes, his outfit does most of the heavy lifting. It's an ill-fitting grey jumpsuit on this very slender body, a perfect frame for the character, and it's covered in polka dots, so who the heck else was this supposed to be? But in saying that, the details are also on point. The colours and placement of the polka dots we'll talk about more in just a second. He has the various trappings, the buckles and straps and bits and pieces. It comes together beautifully. But the icing on the cake, that head sculpt. I've already gushed about it in the accessory segment, but on the body, it fits really well and it looks just like him. Thunder Toys, like I said, well done. Up close and personal, kicking things off with the head sculpt first. Now, I'm not going to gush all over again about how much I love these head sculpts, I know you'll know. But I was still worried. I thought, oh, the head sculpts are fantastic, but what happens if we pop it on the body? They're too big, they're too small, the neck is too short, or it's too long, but luckily none of those things are issues. It's scaled perfectly. It sits at just the right height, the collar is high but not overly so, and you do of course have his goggles. Now you can slide them down and have him wearing them, but they look just a fraction too small for me, so yeah, I think I'm just going to pop them up and leave them there in my display. But if you're wondering how he looks with the other head sculpt on, yep, check from me, this looks great too. Now, if you don't want the goggles on at all, you can totally opt to remove them. It's up to you, down to personal preference. One thing that I do like though is the collar isn't just fabric. There's also this sculpted piece that kind of cups the back of the neck. It's painted well, those lines are crisp and clean. That means from the front, it kind of cups and hugs that neck, so fingers crossed the collar shouldn't slide up and down. Before we move on, I almost forgot to show you the stupid gimmick with the little UV torch. If you shine it really close to some of the polka dots on his head sculpt or on the outfit, they glow just a little. But the UV reflectiveness isn't strong enough to work from a distance, so in my display, I'm not going to use this ever. But how are you even supposed to? Are you supposed to walk up to your collection and just say, hang on, wait a minute, no, I'm not looking until I can point this little torch at a few polka dots and light them up? No, very likely that's not going to be the case. Like I said, a stupid gimmick. Something that isn't stupid though is the jumpsuit. It's really well done. There's this textured fabric with some rubbery ribbing on the surface and a bunch of dirt and grime in the crevices. But my favorite part are the polka dots. They're really colorful. And they're bang on screen accurate. Go ahead and check some reference material and you'll see that Thunder Toys, they got them just right in terms of the size, the color, and the placement. Then he has his gauntlets that the polka dots shoot out of. They're a rubbery plastic. I like the shiny metallic silver and the speckling over the top. I did promise to show you what he looks like with the effect piece on, and it's really simple to do. You simply slide off the existing gauntlet, slide on the effect piece, then plug the hand on the wrist peg, essentially locking everything in position. You do have to make sure to thread the fingers around the effect piece so it kind of gives you enough room to plug the hand on, but when you do, it looks like this. His belt is a free-floating piece, and you can move it around. If you want it lower, you can do that. If you want to move it all the way up and make him Harry High Pants, you can get that done. Then coming down to the pants, they're not actually pants, it's all one jumpsuit, but I really like how baggy this is. In the movie, it was baggy, so it makes sense that it's baggy here as well. There's more of that rubberized ribbing, but For the most part, this is all fabric, so you can go crazy with the posing. Coming down to the boots, unfortunately, you can't go crazy with the posing here because there's no split cut boot design, they're one solid hunk. At the very least, I like the way they're painted, there's some speckling of texture on the surface, and on the underside, some fully sculpted tread. For a quick side-by-side comparison, on the left, Thunder Toys Polka-Dot Man, on the right, So-So Toys Bloodsport. Now, Polka-Dot Man, for some reason, is taller than Bloodsport, but I don't know where the blame lies for that. Is it with Thunder Toys making their Polka-Dot Man too big? Or is it with So-So Toys making their Bloodsport too small? As I said, I simply don't know. In real life, Bloodsport, aka Idris Elba, is the taller of these two actors, but in 1/6 scale, he simply isn't. Does that bother me? No, not really. I'm just super excited to see the team finally coming together. Speaking of which, will somebody make a goddamn red dress Harley? Surely it can't be that difficult, and she's kind of a main character in the movie and in the DCU. So yeah, fingers crossed that happens. For now, here we have Suicide Squad Harley, who is shorter than Polka-Dot Man, but that looks pretty bang on to me. Going over articulation, do bear in mind this is my personal copy, so I'm going to be a touch more careful. Starting off with the head sculpt, it's on a fixed neck with a ball joint at the bottom, looking forward and back, swivel and pivot side to side. The arms will go up on very clicky ratchets, going forward and back also on ratchets, just a little bit less clicky. Butterfly joint at the shoulder that also hinges up and down. Swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, also on ratchets, then of course a regular 1/6 scale wrist peg. The torso crunches forward and back, swivels and pivots. The legs will go forward to there, going out to there, swivel at the upper thigh, ratcheted double bend at the knee getting you just past 90, then of course a double ball peg tucked underneath this rubbery boot, so all you really get is swivel. Wrapping up on Thunder Toys Polka-Dot Man. I never thought we'd be getting a character like Polka-Dot Man on screen, let alone in 1/6 scale, nor did I think I'd be over the moon to get one, but here we are, and here he is. He is really good. Is he perfect? No, he's not 100% perfect. Some of the joints are a little bit hard to work with, and he doesn't come with a display base, but everything else, I can't fault. I love both head sculpts, I dig the effect piece. He comes with a polka dot cat. How many times have we ever received a polka dot cat in 1/6 scale? I can answer that. Never. This is the first time. Now, if you're getting the standard version, you do miss out on a bunch of accessories, but if you're just after Polka-Dot Man himself, maybe that's the way to go. For me, I absolutely had to have the effect piece and the cat and the secondary head sculpt, so yeah, I'm glad I got the deluxe one. Will this guy be making it into the Suicide Squad display? Oh, you bet he will. If Thunder Toys keep pumping out high-quality figures like this guy, they're going to be a company to watch going forward. Now, don't forget, this is a third-party, unlicensed, unofficial figure. Shame on you, Hot Toys, for not making a Polka-Dot Man. Now, I got mine from toyswonderland.com. I have popped the link in the description below for your reference purposes only. This is by no means a promotional video. This is a review on a figure I picked up for my own personal collection. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.